Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young. Give you guys a few minutes to get in here. Come on in here. Let's get started. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. What's up, Mike? Here early. First one, popcorn ready, huh? All right. Hit that like button. Let me get that going. If you want to share, that's all you got to do to share. Just just tell them to Google hashtag savings minus debt. And I'll be the only one that populates in that search. Click on one of the videos, go to the video, watch it, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. So you can also follow me on Facebook at Savings Minus Debt. There is my Cash App. There is my email. And my website scrolling there at the bottom. So get on in here. What's up, Neo God 29? Hello. We're going to go about a total of 3 minutes before we got started, and we're at a minute and a half right now. So we just passed up a minute and a half. So I don't want to keep all you guys that came on time waiting. So I won't punish you by waiting for the rest that didn't come on time. Get on in here. While we're waiting, shout out to Jared. What up, fam? Ready for the knowledge? I'm ready to give it. It's going to be a good one, too. I'm glad you guys can show up because this is going to be a really good one. Hello, Limit for Life. Herbert, welcome. Get on in here. I want to say hello to all the new people that are here and being part of the SMD family today, Savings Minus Debt family. Join us on the off time on a Discord server. The link is in the description of the video. So just click on that link and then you can join the Discord server where you can join other SMD family members. We talk about all kind of finance stuff that's going on in the world, but from a debt-free perspective, all right? So everything we say, just follow the math and then you'll understand the reason why they're saying it, okay? Herbert NC Biggs, welcome. Quentin Cameron, hello, hello. Get on in here. We got about 10 seconds before we get started. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% conscious, debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and financing everything under the sun, but can't figure out why they're living paycheck to paycheck, why they continue to finance things that go down in value and just cannot figure it out. Anyway, it's just mathematics. Now, don't get me wrong. I lived in the debt matrix for the first 40 years of my life before I woke up. How do I show you guys the glitches? This is what I call the glitches in the debt matrix. This is how I show you the glitch. Things that don't make mathematical sense, but yet people believe them, right? When you finance a house, you call yourself a homeowner. Nobody really knows why they say that, but they logically understand that they're really not the homeowner because they borrowed the bank's money, but they still call themselves a homeowner. Then, you know, if you come up to a person like that and say, hey, then if you call yourself a homeowner, what do you call a person that pays cash? A homeowner, right? Both of you cannot be homeowners. That's the glitch. Math says the only homeowner is the one that owns it. See, that's what math says. That's the glitch, you know? So if you're on the other side, you still believe you're a homeowner while having a mortgage. That's a glitch, right? You got to understand that you're not. All right. I know it's tough because most of us have been raised that way, but anyway. But I expose this through many things, you know, just all of it. Honestly, to become a millionaire, really, all you got to do is just believe in mathematics. That's it. That's all you got to do. There's no secret formula, but you got to understand that it's simplified on purpose so people won't believe it. It's just the craziest thing. That's the best way I can put it. Okay. It's so simple that most will never believe it. It's hidden in plain sight. It's the best, right? But anyway, it there's a new economy coming right now. Okay. As you guys can see, what's happening to us right now has never, ever happened in my lifetime. 2008 is a newborn baby compared to it. You guys don't even get it. Now, I'm not talking about not only the virus, the coronavirus, I'm talking about financially. You guys don't, when you're in debt, you can't really see what's happening right now. You can't really see it. It's almost like when they redid the tax system, and then it's just like totally new. Now they have all these different rules. They did a major overhaul back in, I think, 07, 08, somewhere back there. That was major, right? This is a major overhaul of the whole financial system around the world. When I talk about money to you guys, I know most of you think because I'm from the United States, you think I'm just talking about the United States. No, when I teach, I'm talking about the whole entire world. Currency doesn't even matter. The form of currency really doesn't matter. I don't care about the form of the currency. I don't care if it's Beijing, US, crypto, this and that. It doesn't matter. The way people feel about money, the value of money will always be the same. The currency, check it out. The form of currency never matters and it never will. It only matters to those who believe in it. Now, how do I teach that? The glitches, right? First, if you want to get to zero and be part of this brand new economy that's forming, you must get to zero. Zero is the starting line. If you want to get to zero, first you must know you're not there today. I'm going to say that one more time. Zero is the starting line in the new economy that is forming. You must be at zero to start. And in order for you to be there, you must understand that you are not there today. Like if I started at zero and you added up every single penny of your debt, that's your starting line in the new economy. That's your starting line. So whatever your total debt is, imagine me at zero, which is the starting line, and you add up your total debt and see where you're at in the negative. Look how far you're back. That's your starting line. Do you really want to start there in the new economy? I promise you don't. I promise you that. You don't want to start there. Because if you're a person right now that says, hey, man, I sure can't wait till things get back to normal, add up your total debt right now. What you're saying is this: I cannot wait to get back into this total debt that I'm carrying right here this minute. Yes, including your student loans. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including it all. Everything with your name on it and the bank's name on it is not yours. That is debt. It's a harsh reality. But hey, man, I'm trying to do my best to say it to you in very plain English. I'm going to tell you some things right now that's going to help you get to zero. Because right now, this is really your only prime opportune time to get out of debt-free card right now. Right now is this moment. Right now. Believe it or not, this is your get out of debt-free card right now. If you can unplug your face from the fear of losing everything, you can't lose anything you truly own. So whatever you're fearing losing, I want you to think like this. Is the bank's name on it? Yes, then it was never yours. That's why you're scared, because it's not yours. You are going to lose it. That's why you're scared, because it's a fact that you're going to lose it. If you own the house and you own the car, you wouldn't be losing anything, so you wouldn't be scared about it. Only people in debt have those types of problems. But let me tell you guys something right now, but so you guys don't understand that, don't get wrapped up in the system is bad and the system is this. The system is just the system. How you choose to use it is your prerogative. It can be bad or it can be very good, because under any circumstances, when I tell you guys, when you guys hear me talk about the system, under any circumstances, am I saying that it's negative, it's a bad thing, it does people wrong, all this other stuff? I'm not saying any of that. The system is the system, period. How I feel about it is irrelevant. The only way you will ever be able to see and know what I'm talking about, you must get to zero. You must get out of debt. If you want to be at zero at this new right now, you can determine it right now, because you probably let go of your job, right? Your title, your job title has been stripped. Now you got to figure out who are you? Who am I? Say this to yourself. Who am I without this job title tied to my name? Because right now you can be anybody you want to be, and the first thing you need to do is get to zero if you want to start out in a new economy. Because guess what? If you hang on to the old economy, you're going to be chasing it for the next 10 to 15 years, and you're going to train your children to do the same. Because you don't know anything else. So you're going to chase it. You're going to chase something that never even existed, even though there's a new normal. Even though your old normal didn't exist, even your old normal is new. It didn't even exist. If you believe you'll never pay off your student loans, you will never be able to start at zero. The starting line for the new economy, you'll never be able to start. You can't. It's mathematically impossible for you. You can't. Ever. Never. You will die with debt. You will die with it. There is no other way out of student loan debt. There is no other way. None. Zero. Stop looking. Stop paying people to tell you something. There is no way. The only way out of it, you must pay it off with your hard work. You must pay it off, or else you're going to die. And guess what? You will never, ever see the new economy. It will be mathematically impossible for you, because you must first get to the starting line, which is zero. And at the same time, like I always say, it must be that way. It must be that way because only a few of us are allowed to see. Only a few of us. It can't be too many, because the whole thing wouldn't work if too many could see. So this is the way it must be. So I'm not saying anything negative about the system. It just is. It's all, you're probably thinking, man, that's impossible. No, it's not. You just got to use mathematics. All the math we learned in grade school, this is how simple it is. You want to get to zero? Apply the mathematics that we used in grade school, apply it to your finances, and then you'll become a millionaire. Now, if you're a person that says, no, if you're saying to yourself right now, no way it's that simple, that's how you believe. That's what you believe. And guess what? That would mean it is working. If you're a person that believes no way is it that simple, that means it's working. You don't believe it, even though I just proved it. Even though I just proved it. You'll never get to zero if you don't realize you're not at zero right now. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals your money in real life, equals your net worth as of today. Now all you got to do is believe it. But I can guarantee you this: if you don't believe it, You'll never, ever see the new economy that's forming right in your face right now. Let me give you an example so you guys can, this is kind of off the script, but I'm gonna give you guys an example, what you can't see and what you will be part of if you don't believe the number that's in front of you right now. This is what you're going to be part of. Millions right now are out of work. Millions. You ever seen that before? I haven't. We'll never see it again. Any of us this century. How important do you think that must be? People taking 20% pay cuts, working the same amount of hours. What? You think I'm a slave? I quit. That's what I would say. People in debt, they got to accept it. Right in your face. You can't see that? That's clear as day to me. Clear as day. You're going to pay me less. Wait, you're going to pay me less to work in a hazard environment that a virus is floating around that can kill me. And you're going to pay me less and I got to work the same hours? Are you insane? You think I'm a slave? That's what I would say. Guess what? People in debt can't say that. They got to say, okay. And guess what? Once you accept that 20% pay cut, guess what? You ain't getting it back. Those of you that accepted a 20% pay cut when your life is at risk, your life, you think you're going to get that 20% back? Hell no, you ain't getting that 20% back. Guaranteed. Only slaves do that. Only people in debt do that. So now when it's time whenever that is, when you feel like you should get your 20% back, guess what? They're going to say no. And guess what? They got 1 million people waiting to take your job if you resist. They got 1 million people that will take your job and pay them less. You don't see that? I see that. That's clear as day to me. That's clear. I'm not saying anything negative about the system. Let me make sure I reiterate that. I'm not saying anything negative about the system. It's your choice. I chose to be where you guys are for 40 years of my life. I chose it. It was all my choice. All I had to do was bring a calculator to the car lot with me. Just bring one simple push button stupid calculator to the car lot, and I would have just punched in some numbers and clearly understood that it was very dumb of me to ever finance a car. And I financed many. And I'm college educated. And I made 6 figures and all that stupid stuff. Hidden in plain sight with simple mathematics. That's what's going to make you guys mad, that you guys are slowly waking up. I hear people email me and text me, let me know they're slowly waking up. Oh, let me tell you guys, the ones that are slowly waking up, you're going to go through a phase of being angry at yourself. Okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. All right. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just accept it. Yeah. You didn't see it. All right. It was in your face. Blah, blah, blah. Get over that. All right. The sooner you get over that, the faster you'll become a millionaire. Get over that part. All right. There's million. And then once you get on the other side of it, you'll be like, oh, okay, it must be that way. Yeah. Okay. If it wasn't that way, it wouldn't work. That's why you wouldn't be able to be rich if everybody else didn't believe that. So don't get caught up being mad at the system. You're just wasting time. Those are all feelings. Don't worry about being mad at the system. Don't get over it. It was just simple math. Just get over that. The quicker you get over it, the faster you can become rich. All right. And then you'll say, oh, okay, I understand why everything's like that. All right, cool. If you ever want to get to zero, get to the starting line, you must understand, this is going to be a tough one for you. You must understand that credit is nothing more than a tool. It's just a tool, like a hammer, shovel, lawnmower. It's nothing more than a tool. You get to choose how to use that tool. You can use that tool to keep you broke, or you can use that tool to make you rich. It's your choice. Everything has an opposite. It's just a tool. Credit is not mean, bad, evil. It destroys people's lives. It doesn't do anything. It's just a tool that's sitting there. Would you look at a shovel and say, "Ooh, that's a bad shovel"? No, that's a good shovel. You'd be like, "What are you talking about? It's just a shovel." That's how credit is. You just say it's credit. Oh man, this is good credit. Good credit. When you hear people say things like "that's good credit, bad credit," you just turn to them and say, "Why are you saying that? It's just credit. It's not good or bad. It's how you choose it to be. It can be good or it can be bad. But if you're in debt, let me make sure you guys understand this. You guys with high credit scores, I'm not talking to you. You must be in debt to have a high credit score. So credit is bad to you. It's using you. So those of you that are in debt, impressed by people's high credit scores, don't worry about that. You ask them to see how much debt they're in. That's the only number you care about. Nothing else matters. When I see high credit scores, I see people in debt. This is what you'll see once you get over to the new economy. This is what you'll see. You'll be like, "Hey, yeah, okay, you got an 800 credit score, whatever. Let me see your whole thing." No, damn, dude, you're like $1 million in debt. Yeah, then what are you talking to me for? That's how you're going to sound. I mean, you're not going to say this out loud to them. You got to say this in your mind. You got to say, "Oh, okay. Well, sorry, we can't do any business." That's how you got to say it out of your mouth. But in your brain, you can say whatever you want to say. But out of your mouth, you got to say, "Oh yeah, no, thanks. I don't want to do. I care not to do business with you," or something, whatever, some business term, whatever. It doesn't matter. I wanted to reiterate this one more thing about money, right? If you start at zero with the new economy, you'll see money, the form of money it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter. You go to one country, hey, they believe in this kind of money. Okay, that's the money I'll use. Hey, they use this money in Germany. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just use that money. Hey, we're in the US. Oh, okay. Okay. In Europe, we're going to use that. Oh, okay. Whatever. It's all the same. Doesn't matter. While they're floating it around, hey, euro's worth this much this month, and the other one's worth that much. That in the real scheme of things, it doesn't even matter. Who cares? It only matters to people in debt and the people that understand money and make a lot of money from it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a tool, and it's so easy to see what do people believe in. All right, cool, it's that. All right, whatever. Let me give you an example so you guys can get an idea of the value of something so you can understand what that means. Okay. Now, I kind of told this one in yesterday's show, but if you're new to the channel, I want you guys to really understand what I'm saying and listen to me mathematically. Okay. Listen to me mathematically. Now, say like an ounce of gold was going for $2,000. And you're probably like, "Wow, man, I better get in on that because that's going to make me some money." Well, if you have $50,000 in student loan debt, that ounce of gold is not worth $2,000 to you, because $2,000 minus $50,000 is negative 48,000. You're still in the hole. So that gold means nothing to you. Whatever you're seeing on the screen, whatever numbers you see rolling across your computer screen or up on the TV, scrolling fast because the stock market says this and that and it's worth this, it's not worth that to you. Now, if you hand me that ounce of gold, it's worth $2,000 to me because I stack it on the other money because I'm on top on the other side of zero. Now, when you hear me say this, I want you, if you're getting upset, this is what I want you to say to yourself. Is his math right? Is that true? Is that mathematically true? And if the answer is yes, and then I want you to say to yourself, then why am I upset about what he's saying? Once you solve that problem, you'll be a millionaire, just like that. Right now, is the perfect time to do whatever you need to do to get to zero right now. This is going to be your only opportunity. This is going to be your only opportunity. This will never happen again, ever. Read my notes just a second. All of the people that have been financially fooling you guys when it comes to personal and business, both sides are going to be cleared off the board. Do you understand what's happening? All the financial people that have been living in debt, fooling you guys, they're about to be cleared off the board. There is no way. This is going 18 months. There is no way they're going to be able to last 18 months. No way. I'm skipping over my notes. I hate when I do that. Everything is financially changing and will be almost brand new. Right now is the time to sell all your toys, all those toys that you don't want right now. Right now is the time to sell them. Because right now, and time is ticking fast, is the most money that you're going to ever get on those toys for the next 2 years. I promise you this. So whatever those toys are that you want to get rid of, you better get rid of them right now, because they're not going to be worth nothing over the next 2 years. Believe that. And you're saying, how do I know that? Millions are out of work. Millions. Doesn't that math make sense to you? It makes total sense to me. The only thing that's keeping them at bay right now, I want you guys to understand that you guys are, listen closely. The only thing that's keeping prices and people at bay right now, stimulus checks and this new 2,000 per month, whatever that's coming, whatever, that's going to hold them. They're in debt. The money doesn't even exist for them. But if you want to sell your toys, you better do it right now. Because once that money is gone, it's going to be a big, big problem financially for a lot of people, and financially good for a lot of people. Chapter 7, right now, Chapter 7, bankruptcy Chapter 7 can free you. Right now, it can free you. You got to get over that hump of, oh man, only losers file Chapter 7. Financial losers, only people in debt say those things. Don't listen to those people. Don't listen to them. Those are the people that file Chapter 13. Those are the people that file Chapter 13 and think they get to keep the stuff they don't even own. Do not listen to them. Chapter 7 will free you. Get a lawyer. Don't do it yourself. Get a good lawyer that knows what he's doing, he or she. File Chapter 7. Guaranteed you'll get it, especially if you lost your job. Now, I want you guys, if you're new to the channel, I want you guys to understand something. When you hear this, and we hear these things haven't happened yet, right? You know, the housing market. How do you know, Linnell, this is going to happen? Remember this channel. I want you to remember me saying these things right now. Remember what I'm saying. And then I want you to come back. Don't forget where you heard. Don't forget where you heard. Well, I'm not too worried about you remembering where you heard this, because you'll never hear it anywhere else. You won't hear it from. Oh, I'm not gonna say never. That's ego in me. So, excuse me. You might not ever hear it. It'll be so rare that you will probably not hear it. And even if you did, you wouldn't believe it. And when this when this crash comes and you guys see all of the people that have been financially just doing you guys dirty, because trust me, I'm telling you, when you're in debt, you guys are done really, really dirty and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. I promise you, they're doing you dirty. And when I say dirty, listen, that's my feeling about it. Okay. Don't worry about my feeling. It's the system. That's a feeling. I just think, wow. And the only reason why I'm throwing my feeling in it, because I was part of it for 40 years. That's why I'm adding the word dirty. That's all. Because if I was raised to know, I wouldn't call it dirty or call it feelings like that, because it's just the system. You know what I'm saying? But I added dirty because of how I was done for the first 40 years. Here I am, college educated, making six figures, and I didn't even see that. And math was required in college. You know, that just makes me angry. Here, for those of you guys that still don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna say it really, really simple. Okay. I went to college for 4 years, but I kept my student loan for 10 years. Now, where in the world does that math make sense? I mean, how did I not see that? Wait a minute, Linnell. Hey, if you go to college for 4 years, why are you paying on it for 10 years? Does that make sense to you, Linnell? You go to college for 4, you pay for 4, but you pay on it for 10? I wish, honestly, I wish somebody would have just said it to me like that. And forget the rudeness, forget the, hey, man, you're not supposed to say that. I just wish somebody would have walked up to me and said it to me like that. Hey, man, does that make sense to you? I would have had to say no. And then I would have walked away saying to myself, then how come I'm doing it? Why? Because everybody around me is doing it? Does that make sense? Everybody else is paying on their student loans for years. That makes it okay? No, it doesn't, Linnell. If you stop doing what everybody else is doing, you will see, your eyes will open. Linnell, I wish somebody would have said it to me like that. Maybe I would have took it wrong at first, but I would have walked away saying, damn, but his math is right. When you look for these people that you once believed in that had money, this is what I want you to do. I want you to keep your eyes open so you can see who. Because now they will look just like you. They're going to be doing and saying things just like you. Pay attention on social media, right? You'll see it. They'll start complaining about their mortgage payments. And then you got to think to yourself, damn, you're rich. What are you doing with mortgage payments? Oh, man, I can't even pay my car note. Then you got to go to yourself. You got to say to yourself, you're rich. Why you got car payments? That doesn't even make sense. Or when they get online and complain about it, like when you hear them complain about it, that's a problem. They're in debt. They're telling you they are in debt. It doesn't matter how much money they make. I don't care if it's a professional pro baseball player, actor. It doesn't matter. They're telling you they're in debt just like you. It's just different levels. Their car payment is just a little more than yours. That's it. Because you got to say to yourself, wait a minute, you're rich. You shouldn't be having the same problems I do. That's exactly right. The rich don't have the same problem as broke people. We would never say something like that. We would never get on social media and complain that we can't make our car payment. Rich people don't do that. When you watch the reality TV shows and all those people that look like they're rich, all you got to do is pay attention to what they're saying in the reality TV shows. They're talking just like you. If you see a Gucci purse and they say it's $10,000, this is what you got to say to yourself. Did it really cost $10,000 to make that purse? The answer is no. But if you believe it does, go right ahead. Did it cost $5,000 to make a pair of red bottoms? No. But if you believe it does, go right ahead. That's business. Now I'm going to open up here to you guys. Anybody want to talk about what's going on with them, in their lives right now, financially, connecting this all, you know what I'm saying? Let me put this link in there just in case you want to. Now we're going to kind of keep it 5 minutes apiece so we can give everybody a chance to get up in here and talk. Hello, Amina, Mark, Joseph, Reigning Woman. Hello. Joe Woo. Hello. Joe Woo says you should be getting an increase. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe I was saying something. Reigning Woman says, not only your life. Oh, okay. I know what you guys are talking about. All right. Back to the job thing. All right. Cool. I know I'm far behind, but I'll catch up. Not only your life at risk, but your families too. Yep. Hello, Henry. Everything fails in this world. I can't trust no one or trust anything, but that's my opinion. Well, Henry, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're in debt or out of debt, but I promise you, once you get out of debt, you'll know exactly who to trust. All you got to do is look at their personal credit report. Their personal credit report will tell you everything you need to know financially about that person. That's how easy it is. People that are not in debt, their credit report has all zeros. People that are in debt do not. It's really that simple. So it's not really hard to especially trust people financially. Emotionally and other stuff, that's different, But even with that, you won't really associate yourself with people that do broke things and talk about broke stuff all the time. You will not be able to tolerate being around those people. So you will naturally gravitate to the correct people. Thank you, Reigning Woman. More logical versus emotional. Joe Wu says some shovels are better than others, right? Though, right? Yeah, some shovels are better. A shovel is just a shovel. You can use a shovel to stack your money. Maybe you got so much money coming in that you need a shovel. Okay, hey, give me that shovel. All right, I need to scoop this money over there. The shovel's going to work better than your hands. So it's totally up to you. Or you can use that shovel to dig yourself in the ground. That's all it is. Nothing more than that. That's what credit is. Credit is a shovel. How you use it is your business. Hello, Alicia. Welcome. Yes, people change your life. That is true. Joe Wu says, but if they make money off that gold and they pay off some of that debt, isn't that good? They're less in debt. But see, you're missing the whole point, Joe. They had no money to buy the gold in the first place. See what I'm saying? People think they have the option to say, hey, what if I buy that gold and make the money off the gold to pay off the debt? No, you can't. That's mathematically impossible. You're in the negative. You have absolutely no money to buy anything. That's what mathematics says. And again, here's the difficult part. Are you going to believe math or are you going to believe your lying eyes? See what I'm saying? The majority of people got to stop thinking that they have an option to buy something, to invest in anything. They have no money. Shout out to OShea Duke Jackson. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like a lot. So I'm gonna say it's like 5 million. UGX 5 million. Okay, cool. What's up, OShea? Welcome. I'm glad you can join, sir. Let me get back up here. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, Joe, because that's what people think. Hey, man, what if I do this and then I'll make the money back? But if you're in the negative, you have no money to do anything. What are you talking about? That's not even an option. All right. Hello, Jewel. Welcome. Hi, Fee. Thank you, sir, for throwing that Discord server link up there. Appreciate it. What's up, Dave? Don't forget that's the StreamYard link. If you guys want to join, you don't have to get on camera. It's totally up to you. Gabriel says, so LJ, when you're debt free, does income matter for real? No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter. Income no longer matters when you're debt free. It matters if you're trying to do something, though. If you're trying to build something, yeah, it matters. But But other than if you're not trying to do anything, income doesn't matter. If you just want to say like this, if you just want to work a regular job until you're dead, you just get a regular job and you're good. You're really good if you don't want nothing bigger than a job. Because you got to understand, a regular job is only going to make you so much money. You have to mathematically understand that. Hey, I'm going to make $50,000 a year. You think to yourself, if I continue to do that, I'm never going to be a millionaire. You know that. So, and at that time, you got to figure out, okay, then what am I going to do to get me $1 million? Okay. Alicia says, I have been hearing Dave Ramsey for a while now, but I must say you are the one. Happy that I found your channel. Thank you, Alicia. And you know what? I give Mr. Ramsey credit first. If I didn't find him, Alicia, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't. Because the weird thing is this. When you're in debt, when I was in debt, I didn't know I was in debt. It's just, I don't know. I can't figure that. I mean, I know now that I'm out of debt, I could see why. Oh, that's why I didn't know I was in debt, because I was hanging around the people of the majority. I was believing that debt was just part of life. Everybody that I hung around with thought that once you get out of debt, once I got out of debt, I was like, oh, okay. But you know, I remember Googling debt or something, because I didn't even know what I was looking for. I just knew my current life wasn't right, and I knew I wasn't getting anywhere, and I knew it wasn't another job that was going to get me there. I just couldn't figure out why. Google debt, came across Dave Ramsey. Dave, and basically summarizing, hey, just apply math to your finances and you'll win. I was like, no way. Is it that simple? Yes, it was. And then I got out of debt. So all credit goes to Mr. Ramsey for sure. So, but thank you for joining. I hope you subscribed, Alicia, and I hope you liked it. And if you got friends or something, please share with them. We would love to have more and more people join the SMD family. We got a Discord server that we talk amongst each other offline, so you can speak with other SMD family members. More than happy to answer your questions, or all facets of the game, of the financial game, all from debt-free perspectives. So whoever, when you talk to them, you understand that they're giving you from a debt-free perspective, and not many people can see it. All right. What's up, Cosmic? Welcome. Alicia, Cosmic is one of our large contributors here of knowledge. So join that server. Derek said, I'm surprised a lot of these restaurants and small businesses couldn't last a month before closing down for good. You see what I'm saying? This should tell you something. This is I want you guys to understand something. This is a financial reset. Okay, it got too cloudy. The waters got too muddy. It's hard. It was hard for people to tell who was rich, from the internet to movie stars to baseball and football and basketball stars. The waters were too muddy. This is a financial reset. You're going to see all these people that you thought were rich, and you thought just because of their incomes it mattered. You're going to see who they are, because they will not be able to last for 18 months. It's clearing the board right now. So you guys that start at zero, you have a chance to become a millionaire, and through generations. This is a financial reset globally. This is not just the United States, it's globally, and anybody can join as long as you speak the language. You cannot speak debt. You cannot speak debt. It doesn't matter who they are, what occupation, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you guys an easy way to tell who has money and who doesn't. This is all you got to do. Walk up to them and ask them, do they have student loans? If they have student loans, you say, how long have you had them? If they've had them for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, do not take financial advice from them. Who goes to college for 4 years and keep their student loans for 30? That is a clear indication that something is wrong. So it doesn't matter their car, it doesn't matter their house, it doesn't matter where they live, it doesn't matter. Shout out to Herbert Walker for the $10 super chat donation. Appreciate your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Herbert. I'm glad it's guys like you to come in and be able to hear me, because I know how hard it is, because I'm sure, Herbert, you've been at the game longer than me. You know, it must have been torture to have to keep quiet all the time. Couldn't tell nobody nothing. That had to have been horrible. You hearing all this debt talk at the job and, oh, Mo, is me, man. I won't be able to make this payment and that payment. You can't walk up to them and say, if you stop making car payments, you'll have money. You can't say that to them. They'll look at you like you're crazy. So welcome to the channel. Because here I say it all. Doesn't matter when it's the truth. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how anybody feels about the truth. Doesn't matter. Because anybody that comes up and says so, I've said, but is my math right? Is my math right? Yeah. Then what are you? Why are you talking to me? Are you against math? Are you what you hate math? What? Well, how do you feel about math? Because guess what? Math doesn't care how you feel about it. Hello, Nicole. Thanks for linking up with us, LJ. I'm glad I met you guys, for real. OShea, man, he did me a man, and I was back when I was like beginning, man. And OShea found me, brought me on the show, no problem. I always appreciate him. Always. And he's not just me, he's giving a bunch of brothers just, hey, just come on the show. As long as you speak and talk, okay. Well, you're semi-intelligent, cool. As long as you're making sense. So I always appreciate that, OShea. I really do. Gabriel, as of now, I want to go a period of not thinking of money. Don't stop thinking about it. Gabriel, stop thinking about money. It's on the low, it's on the low end of the totem pole. While the majority of people are thinking about it, even they don't realize, even if they had $30,000 a stack right in front of them, most don't even realize there's nothing they could do with it anyway. What are you going to do with it? Spend it on Amazon? That's about as far as what you're going to do. You can't you can't even do nothing with it, but they don't know that. Stop thinking about money. I don't think about it. I only talk about it when I come online and talk about it with you guys, but outside of that, I don't even think about it. I get up every day and say, man, where is this going? This is like you guys don't even get it. It's like a roller coaster ride. Gotta get some more water. It's like a roller coaster ride, man. Like, for example, I've been telling you the longest. I've been like, man, okay, the stimulus money. I was like, okay, something got to happen by the summertime because that stimulus money ain't gonna last at all. And people ain't gonna starve. People will steal before they starve. Okay, cool. They can't let that happen. Then voila, something introduced $2,000 a month to get through the da 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 da. I said I knew something was coming. It had to. It had to. You guys, listen. It had to. You think people are just going to stay in their houses and can't go nowhere? Can't even enjoy they can't even enjoy the park? You think they just no. That something had to happen, and something still has to happen. But that $2,000 guaranteed, that's coming. Stimulus money runs out. You just think, and nobody can get a job to get some more money. Oh yeah, that $2,000 is coming. That's coming. You guys are getting it. Imagine how many people in debt are so happy, excited about that. Oh my God, that's more money than I've ever made. $2,000. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm gonna buy? That's the first thing they think. People in debt. You know what I'm gonna buy with that $2,000? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna buy that. They're gonna go out and finance cars and all this other stuff. Exactly. That's exactly what they want you to do. Stimulate the economy. Stimulus checks. That's how they stimulate the economy. That's how it works. Again, I'm not saying anything negative about the system. I want you guys to make sure you understand what I'm saying. I am not saying anything negative about the system because it's the system. It's not positive or negative. It's whatever you want it to be. Joe Wu says, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get in debt? What things should be avoided in order to not get in debt? Don't finance anything. Ever. No, put it this way, Joe. Don't finance anything less than a house and you'll be rich. Just like that. I'm going to say it one more time. If you never ever finance anything in your life less than a house, you will be rich, Joe. Nothing. You don't finance anything. Nothing. And you're probably thinking, how could I do that? Listen, keep listening. You buy everything you want for half the price for those people that are in debt because they will sell it to you for half the price. Why? They are in debt. You let people in debt buy the things at full price because they have no choice. They're in debt. That's their only way they can buy things is at full price. Whether they see it or not is 100% irrelevant to the system. It's irrelevant. You buy everything you want half the price from people in debt, and you will be rich. You have money. You go to sign a year lease. You say to the manager or the owner, "Hey, can you give me 2 months off if I pay you for the whole year?" They'll say, "Hell yes, you can." And then you give them 10 months of rent, and you get 2 free. That's money in your pocket. While the majority have to pay a full year of rent, you pay 10. Come this economy crash, I guarantee you it'll go to 6. They will damn near pay you to live in their properties because they're in debt. Hello, Stephen Klein. I was a private contractor since 2018, but I did not do my taxes. What can I do about it? Go see a lawyer. First of all, don't be scared. Okay? Don't. You're only scared because you don't understand the rules. That's why if you're nervous, I'm not even saying you are. I'm just saying most people are. If you're nervous, it's because you don't understand the rules, right? That's like if you like sports, right? And you suited up to play basketball, and would you be nervous to get on the court because you didn't know the rules and you'd be scared of the referees? You're like, okay, do you worry about the referees? No, because you know the rules. Understand the tax laws. Go see a good lawyer and say, "Lawyer, this is what I did. I need to fix it." The reason why this is a good thing because the majority of people don't do that. They keep running until they come and find them at their door. You go to them, shows them to say, "Hey, I saw this myself. You guys didn't have to find me. I'm trying to change it." The people in debt don't do that. They run. Okay? So don't be nervous. Herbert Walker says, "You guys need to spread the word about this channel. This is powerful stuff." Thank you, Herbert. But you got to remember, Herbert, only so many people can hear you or me. It might sound one way to you, but a different way to many. I promise you. What's up, Sherif? OShea is the man. Yes, he is. Very good dude, man. Very good dude. Beach City, 30,000 will be good, comfortable. Yeah, it would be 30,000 would be comfortable, but think about it. What are you going to do with it? Just look at it. I mean, it would be nice to look at a 30 stack. Don't get me wrong, but think about it. What are you going to do with that $30,000? Besides shopping on Amazon. Jared says, "I heard of people in debt booking future trips and buying TVs from Walmart with their stimulus check." Yes, that's what people in debt do. Stimulus check stimulates the economy because people in debt do those types of things. Here is the beginning of an economy crash when nobody has jobs and millions are out of work, millions, and they go buy a TV. They go finance cell phones. That's how the economy is stimulated because people in debt do those things. And that's okay. That's what they're programmed to do. That's exactly what they're programmed to do. They're doing what they're told. None of what I'm telling you right now, you guys, none of this is hidden. It's not a secret. Calling it a secret, people in debt believe it's a secret because they called it a secret, and it's not a secret. If you're a person that's saying to yourself, "No way it could be that simple," that's why you're saying that, because you've been programmed to say that and think that. Because I can prove it to you, and you know I can prove it to you, but yet you still don't believe it. Gabriel says, "LJ, will you back to 40 hour? LJ, will you back to 40-hour work week?" Will you back to? Are you asking, will I go back to a 40-hour work week, Gabriel? Sherif says, L, with this crisis, do you think people will stop buying things they don't need? No. Or you guys ain't seen nothing yet. You see what people are doing with the stimulus money, right? This little $1,200 check, $2,400 check. What do you think they're going to do with $2,000 a month? $2,000 a month. The scammers are going to come out like freaking piranha. They're already coming out now. All you got to do is look on Instagram and Facebook. Hey, give us 100 and you'll get back 800, and give us $50 and that'll turn into 15,000. People just believe whatever, and then they just sign up. They're like piranha. The $2,000 hadn't even come yet. Just think when that comes, because it's going to come. It has to come. Because once the stimulus money runs out, you think people are going to starve? No, they're going to steal. Crime's going to shoot way through the freaking roof. No, sir. That money has to come. Red Scorpio, hello. Glad OShea put you on the show. This is great info. Parents didn't teach us this. No, they didn't teach us this. But you know what, Red Scorpio, don't blame them, because they didn't know. Think about it. If people knew what it felt like to be financially free, they would forgive their parents, because their parents obviously didn't know, because there is no feeling like it in the freaking world. There is no feeling in the world. Like, people in debt, they interchange the word wealthy and rich all the time. Oh, wealthy, rich, wealthy, rich, wealthy, rich. Never stop wondering and asking themselves, if it's the same thing, why are they two different words? Nobody ever stops to say, why are you interchanging wealthy and rich? Aren't those two different words? Yeah, they mean something different. You know what it means? When you're wealthy, you own the time in your life. You own it all. You own every single minute of the time in your life, every single minute. That's true wealth. You know why? Because time is the most valuable thing on earth. You cannot get more of it. You can't get it from nowhere. And one day you're going to die, because that valuable time runs out. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that you're going to die one day. But yet people sell it for $14 an hour or $50 an hour, whatever, right? The true wealthy own the time in their life. Rich people, they just have a lot of money. How they have it, I don't know. I would have to examine everybody that you call rich. You know, you see somebody with a nice car and a house and a beach house on the water, you say, oh, they're rich. To me, I'm like, how do you know that? What do you see? Are you basing it on that house and that car that you have no idea how they obtained it? You have no idea how they got it. So they're rich? Oh, okay. Well, that's what you see. I don't see anything until I hear them talk. Once I hear a person speak about money, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a person on a news channel that you trust, been trusting for 10, 15 years. All I got to do is listen to them talk. If they talk debt, I will tell you right away, they don't know nothing about money. Nothing. Jaws 2003 says, sorry I'm late. I was working outside, but I saw they canceled the rest of the school year and possibly half of the next year. Also been reading about the $2,000 per month. I want people to understand this. I already knew. I've been telling you guys for months that the school year this year was canceled. And I've been saying next year's school year was canceled. I already knew that. This is obvious to me. And you're probably thinking, hey, LJ, how could you say that? How do you know this? There is no coronavirus vaccine yet. That's how I know that. Now, for example, let me give you an example. They opened the beach in Florida. The governor or whoever opened the beaches in Florida. And I thought to myself, okay, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Anything that doesn't make sense to me, I examine harder. I'm like, okay, why did they do that? Okay, they're testing something. They're testing something. Now, if there's no coronavirus vaccine and people pack on the beach, I think to myself, why would you do that? Knowing there's a killer virus floating around, why would you do that and just get a bunch? They can't contain that many people going to the beach. Nope. There's not enough police officers in the freaking world to do that. let alone a city. Why are they doing that? Maybe they can use that to maybe more outbreaks are going to happen. And then they're going to get some more money because Jacksonville is now the highest rate. Who knows? I don't know. But all I do know is this. There is no coronavirus vaccine, so I would not be going to the beach where I know a whole lot of people is going to be. That is just dumb to me. I wouldn't do that. Okay, where's the money coming from? Maybe Jacksonville's going to get some extra money because of the epidemic is higher there. I don't know. Who knows? But opening a beach, it makes absolute no. Listen, no businesses are open. Nobody can make money, but they're going to open the beach. Then again, I also thought this way. All right, people don't really understand that they're going to be in that. They're going to be in the house. They're going to be on quarantine for at least 18 months. Well, you can't tell them that, because they'll go crazy. So open the beach, let them feel like they're getting a little bit of relief, getting out so they can just get out of the house. That will keep people calm and keep from protesting. Maybe protesting was starting to ramp up in Florida. Maybe, I don't know that. This is a guess. Okay. I don't know. Maybe protesting was ramping up in Florida. This will relieve some of that pressure because people are less likely to protest if they got someplace to go that's on the beach. I can imagine living in Florida, seeing all that sun and heat, and always naturally wanting to go to the beach, but you can't. I think this would release some of that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the air conditioner electricity is more air conditioner electricity is being used because of all the AC. Who knows? There's a lot of money things. One second. Joe Wu says, what do you think about the protests that are happening in Michigan? I kind of covered that just now. It's like, why would, honestly, and this is just my opinion, right? This is just my opinion. The Constitution's on pause. The Constitution's on pause. You know why? Because there's a killer virus floating around there. You can protest if you want to, but wouldn't you be putting your life and your family's life? I understand what you're protesting for. I'm not even in all that. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm not saying to protest, not protest. The Constitution is valid. Hey, whatever you want to believe. Okay. That's totally up to you. I'm just saying there's no vaccine. What aren't you really putting? Isn't that kind of being selfish a little bit? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's just my opinion. I don't really want to get in that kind of stuff. I shouldn't have said nothing anyway. Shout out to Jewel for the Cash App donation. Thank you very much, Jewel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really do. I appreciate it, man. I really am happy to help people change their lives for the better, man, and get ready for this new economy because, Jewel, you're ready. The playing field is about to be cleared, and you're going to have a crystal clear shot on how you're going to become a millionaire. Crystal clear. Gabriel says, I can't get the checks, man. Who cares? It doesn't matter. The checks are not. Listen, Gabriel, most of the people getting those checks, they're not even real. The checks are not even real. So say like this. Try to get one of your friends to do this, Gabriel. Say like this. Tell them to say like they got a $1,200 check. Say, hey, man, put in your calculator this. $1,200 minus your total debt that will equal your true stimulus check. Do that to them. Say that to them. I guarantee you they won't believe it. Even if you told them, hey, man, how much is your student loan? They tell you around, then they'll never know exactly how much they owe a student loan debt, so they'll guess. But the number doesn't matter, okay? Use the student loan debt thing because most people got it, right? They'll just guess. Let them guess. Doesn't matter, right? And then you go, tell them to put in their calculator $1,200 minus their student loan guess, and then let them see what that equals. And then tell them, you see that number? Yeah, that's your real stimulus check. And then see what they say to you. They won't even understand a word you're saying, Gabriel. They'll look at you like you're nuts. Even though they listen, Gabriel, listen. Even though they punch the numbers in the calculator themselves, make sure they use their own calculator on their phone so they don't think they're so they don't think you're trying to fool them. Let them punch the numbers in themselves. They still won't believe you. Herbert Walker says, when I retired at 57 years old, I thought my coworkers would ask, how did I escape the matrix? I was shocked. No one did. They never do. You know why they don't ask? Because they can't do it. Why ask something if they know deep down inside that they, true to themselves, they know they'll never do that. They'll never be able to do that. And they'll be in debt for the rest of their lives. Why do you think they believe in mortgages? Why do you think that? Listen to this, Herbert. Why do you think banks approve people for mortgages that have student loans? Like, say, like somebody making good money, whatever, good credit, this and that, and they got 20-year-old student loans, right? Listen, 20-year-old student loans. If I was a bank and this person had a good job, good credit score, and 20-year-old student loans, I would grant their mortgage in a minute. You know why? Because if they have 20-year-old student loans, you think they're going to pay off a 30-year house? Hell no. That house will be mine until they move, died, transferred, didn't pay the taxes, something. Brandy Woman says, that is crazy. No school. No school? You guys ain't even really, I hope you guys are really paying attention to, because right now there's no school, right? And the only way the parents' kids are going to learn, the parents got to step up. The parents got to step up. That's the only way your kid's going to learn. And if you don't, it's your fault. Can't blame the teachers no more. Can't blame them. It's your fault. And check this out. I hope you guys are really paying attention. Do you think they're going to really fail millions of children in a grade? No, they're not. They're going to pass them. I hope you guys are listening. They're not going to fail millions of kids. That's not going to do that. And you know what else I see? I wish to God, I wish more teachers would see this. When things start to come back, they will be able to name their price of what they want to get paid. Each teacher could say, I want $100,000 a year. I sure do. I don't care if I'm teaching grade school. So what? I want 100,000. And you know what? I want my student loans forgiven. That's what I want. They would get it. But not enough teachers. And this is a reset for teachers too, man. This is a reset for teachers, because they don't look at do you guys know, if you're a teacher out there, do you guys know how many frustrated parents out there right now? There are millions. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know teachers did all this. Hell no, they didn't even do what you guys did. And they give you guys those peanuts? Like, you guys really work the hours of school and then don't take nothing before school, nothing after school, not doing stuff on the weekends. You are taking away time from yourself. For those peanuts they're paying you? Hell no. You guys can name your price. Believe that. But you got to see it. You guys don't even understand how many millions of parents are out there just worshiping the ground you walk on right now. Didn't know all that stuff you guys had to do. I guarantee you, parents won't be coming to class mad thinking you did something to their child. I guarantee you that's going to cut down like 50%. Oh, my kid wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that. You're going to find out now over the next 18 months, because it ain't going to be over for till 18 months. Parents going to be like, damn, you were really doing that at school? Sure was. Your kid can't fool you that long. Not 18 months. Can't fool you that long. Nicole said, LJ, I wore your t-shirt to the grocery store. Someone asked me if my shirt has something to do with me, to do with the coronavirus. Really? I have no idea where they would come up with that. That makes no sense. Quentin says the beaches are planned to open in South Carolina within the next few weeks. That's a test. I hope you guys understand that's a test. Is there a cure for coronavirus? Yeah. Then I ain't going to the beach. Why would I? I don't care if they open them. Who cares? I don't care what they open. They can open the whole city if they want. I don't care. It's their business. Doesn't mean I have to be part of it, though. Why would you do that, LJ? There is no cure yet. I haven't heard it. Jaws 2003 says, LJ, the mayor of Jacksonville, Florida, opened it back up, but at this point, Miami and Fort Lauderdale didn't. Jacksonville is one of the hot spots in Florida. I figured that. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden they're going to get some extra money because Jacksonville did something other, whatever. I don't know. It seems obvious to me. That many people rushing to the beach, knowing that there's no cure and it's just easily passable. That okay, well, I guess you're going to expose yourself to it, I guess. I'm tired of being locked up in the house. So you'd rather die? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Uncle says, I've heard you say people with mortgages should refinance and put their student loans in the new financing. Do you suggest that credit card debt should be included in the refinance mortgages also? Yeah, if you can fit it all in there, I put it all in there. If I could put every single dime of my debt inside of my mortgage as the refinance, hell yeah, I would do that in 5 seconds. I say, hell, I don't care. Spread it across 50 years. I don't care. You want one of these 50-year mortgages? Can you fit all my debt in it? Yeah. Then, yeah, I'll take that one. Sure will. You got to remember, there's an economic crash coming. If they're willing to sell you something, knowing because they know this crash is coming too, well, you know it. I know it's just business, nothing personal. It's absolutely nothing personal. You better believe those guys loaning you that money, they know a crash is coming. Especially, check it out, especially if you got a subprime mortgage, FHA mortgage, you better believe they're going to be kicking out them mortgages like hotcakes. Because guess what? You guys are going to cover them. You guys with FHA mortgages, you guys cover your own loan. You guys are bailing the banks out. Ain't nobody bailing the banks out. You are with PMI, MIP. Why do you guys think you guys pay that private mortgage insurance? Because if you default on your loan, the FHA, the Federal Housing Authority, which is the government, which is us, pays the bank back. That's what you signed up for. It's just business. Whatever. Wrap it all in there. You sure you do want to do that? I sure do. I want to wrap up every single penny. Then, hey, if you keep your job through all of this, great. You continue to pay on your mortgage like normal. But if you lose your job and you get quarantined for the next 18 months, you file bankruptcy, hey, everything's gone. Chapter 7, everything's gone, including your student loan. See ya. And you guys think I'm saying something great. You know how many people think I'm crazy even saying that? It doesn't matter if I'm saying this. Everything I'm saying is legal and in the open. This is not a secret, what I'm telling you. This is legal. You can legally do this. Nothing's wrong. Gabriel says, I have a friend that went to the beach in Jacksonville. Why can't people do something else? Who knows? I don't know why people risk their life like that. I have no idea. I don't think like that. You know, if you try to think why people do stuff like that, you're going to blow your brain because it doesn't make any sense. So you're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying get out the house and go somewhere, but I'm saying somewhere with less population of people. I go to the park. I get out the house. I don't get around a crowd. I'm not going to, if they open the beaches in South Carolina, I'm not going to the beach. It's going to be crowded. Joe Wu says, I will never understand why someone would take out a mortgage when they have student loans. People are just trying to keep up with the appearances. Yes, that's exactly right, Joe. And I keep telling you, Joe, this is the way it must be. That's why you keep saying that. Hey, I don't understand why would people take out mortgages while they have student loans? Because that's how it must be. They must continue to do that. That's how it works. That's how, if you stay out of debt, that's how you're going to continue to become a millionaire and become richer and richer, because people believe, as long as there are people believe in mortgages, believe they're homeowners while having mortgages, you'll be rich. As long as people believe they got a finance car on sale for 84 months, you'll be rich. Long as people keeps bragging, long as they keep bragging about their limits of their credit cards and seeing who's the best and who got the less percentage rate, you'll be rich. Because they're all talking about the bank's property and the bank's money. Why they do that, I don't know. So don't worry about that. Teachers deserve more respect. Absolutely horrid how they treat them in this country. Absolutely horrid. But right now, if you're a teacher listening to this right now, I want you to spread it to other teachers. Say, hey, I want you guys to recognize maybe you're seeing this, maybe you're not. But right now is your time to turn this around, to demand more money. Because I guarantee you there will be millions of parents behind you right now. I promise you. Right now is your time. The new economy is coming. Right now is your time to reach out and say, hey, parents, how's it going? Just reach out to them. Say, hey, how's it going? I guarantee all of them are going to be frustrated to the roof and say, oh, my God, I didn't know you guys did all this. This is the time to get more money. This is the exact time. Now, I want you guys to understand something. When I talk like this, only a few teachers will ever hear what I'm saying. You know why? They're in debt. Most teachers are in so much student loan debt, they don't think they will ever get out from under it. Those teachers will never, ever be able to hear what I'm saying ever because they're in debt. Charles 2003 says, one of my classmates is a teacher and all of his students are not turning in assignments remotely. Oh, I knew that. That's not a surprise. Mainly because the parents are making them do chores and other things around the house. Yes. And again, the teachers should not be upset that the parents are not making these kids turn in the homework. I want them to recognize their job, what's happening. Just sit back and say, oh, damn. How many parents are not teaching their kids to say, hey, man, you got to get this homework in, right? You know why half of them are probably not making their kids do it? Because they don't feel like doing it. It's a lot of work. Some are probably got if you combine as a parent, if you combine kids at home all the time, everything's due, mortgage, car payments, credit cards are due, just lost your job, you ain't got no money, you don't know how you're going to pay this. You think they're concentrating on kids' homework? No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. That's the last thing on most parents' mind right now. Last thing, I promise you that. When things turn around, teachers can name their price and get about millions of parents behind them and tell them, yes, you're right. They deserve way more money and they deserve to have their student loans forgiven. But I got some bad news for you. I guarantee you they'll never forgive student loans ever in a million years. They will never release that many of their slaves. And I'll tell you why. This is why. Okay. This is why the student loan piece will never happen. Because if you say that about teachers, you might as well say that about doctors, nurses, everybody. You got to give up. You think they're going to give up that many? No, they're never going to release that much money. Don't even try that. I promise you right now, that will never happen in a million years. Never. Even if you give your life, they just do it right in your face. Right in your face. Right in your face. And not just them, just people in general in debt. And when I go, that's my feeling. Don't worry about that. Nobody's holding anybody back. Nobody's stopping anybody. Don't fall for that. Just stop saying they this, they that, they. There is no they. I promise you, whoever they is, you want to be part of they. Gabriel says teachers deserve at least 75. Yeah, that's minimum. I believe they deserve 75 minimum. Amina says, what if the only debt you have is student loan debt? What do you do during this time? It counts on if you're working or not. Are you working? And right now, I would have to know if you're not in debt. I would put it on pause because it's uncertain. You're at zero right now. Put it this way, you're at zero right now, so you're already ready for the new economy. It's coming. Okay, you got to wait till the crash. You got to wait till everything falls and all that other good stuff. Again, it counts on if you have a job right now, you're working right now. Because remember, when everything changes, like everything's changing, right? Businesses are now going to know they can put people at home and they can make them all 1099. Just follow the Uber model, the Airbnb model, the Amazon model. Now this is businesses' chance to follow that model to where they don't have actually, like Uber doesn't have employees, right? They don't have employees and they run a multi-million-dollar business. Businesses are now going to understand. Now they have the option to do the same, right? And now that millions are out of work, they can put anybody at any price in those jobs because people in debt are begging for work, right? This is just a natural process. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm just saying what is, right? And then so they'll take any wage they want. So for example, what I said earlier, people that took that 20% pay cut, they're never getting that 20% back. I hope they understand that, because if they defy the position or the business or whatever and not start getting upset, they just fire you and replace you with somebody for far less than what you're making now, even with the 20% cut. If you get to zero first, right, you start your own business. Right now, you can start anything you want online right now, whatever. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks about it. Doesn't matter what they say. Just start. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it's your passion, people will see it and you will grow. That's how it works. Okay. All those other jobs those people that refuse to let go of the old normal, they're gonna spend the next 10 years of their 15 years of their life, generational, chasing their old normal, which wasn't real in the first place. So right now you're good. You know you have no debt and your only debt is student loan debt. So right now when the new economy hits, you get another job, whatever, and you already know your next goal is to pay off that student loan debt. Nothing else. You're not going to run out and finance a car, finance a house, finance some shoes, and finance a cell phone. You're not going to be doing any of that stuff. Thank you, Hyphy. Join the Savings Minus Debt Discord server to communicate with LJ and other SMD supporters behind the scenes. Here's the link. Lemon for Life says, LJ, you're right. The car dealerships here in New Jersey, I'm assuming, just called me for a car loan. I told I'll pass and hung up. See how they're doing? This is why they're reaching out to you guys right now, because you got the stimulus money. And they're gonna, if you think they're reaching out to you right now with the stimulus money, just wait till that $2,000 whatever thing for People Act passes. When they get to $2,000 a month, woo, you guys are going to see the scammers, the car dealerships, everybody, and the majority of them, you know why they're coming after you guys? They're trying to stay afloat. I keep telling you guys, it doesn't matter the size of the business. If they've been running in debt, they are off the playing field. They are off the financial playing field. Sorry. They're gone. Everything changes. Gyms, buffets, those things are the thing of the past for years to come. You think people are going to trust, after a killer virus floating around, you think people are going to trust a food buffet? A sweaty bench that nobody wipes off after they're done using it at the gym? Hell no, people are not going to trust that. Sorry. Charles 2003 says, I know my son's daycare is talking about opening back up the 22 of this month. That'll never happen. Don't worry about it. They always throwing out dates. I don't believe this will happen. What will happen to daycare facilities, and will they have to go to a new model? They have to go. That's a physical thing. I don't know what kind of model can you go to. You gotta physically take care of another person's kid. Well, then again, they have to because people work. So what kind of model would they go to? The only model I can think of is which they're going to do, they're going to require these shots. And if you or your kid don't have a shot, you can't go to this daycare, because they're going to license the daycare to say you can only accept the kids that take this shot. And then they're going to have a certificate or whatever. Just like when you go to school now, it's no different. Your kid has to have shots before you go to public school. What's one more shot? It's just a shot. Because you got to prove to the school right now that your kid has shots, right? This is no different. That's going to be the new model, because you can't change the physical aspect of that model, because the parents got to go to work. They can't leave the kids at home. They have to be taken care of by other adults. They have to be. So that's what I believe. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Limit for Life says, my daughter's school just told the parents that they will excuse the third marking period due to the virus. See what I'm saying? It's already, they're already starting this. They're not going to fail millions of kids. They're just going to move on to the next grade. If they failed all those kids, that, you know how badly that would disrupt the whole system? No way. They are passing them. It's up to the parents if they want the kids to get education that year. And the teachers are there. The teachers are offering the help. Hey, here, this is the work. You got to just do this and then give it back to me. That's all the teachers are asking. They're not even getting that. And honestly, I hope the teachers are I hope they're really relaxing at this time, because I want you guys, if you're a teacher, I want you to listen to this. I want you to feel this time that you have to yourself. Even though, like, for example, even though the parents are not turning in all the homework that you require from every student, look how little of the homework come in, see how fast you knock it out, and enjoy the rest of your day. Feel how it feels to own your time right now. If you went to school, did the hours, you signed the contract, you asked the contract, hey, what's the requirements? You agree to the requirements, great, but not a minute more, not a minute less. Right now, you own your time. So when you knock out the homework from the very few parents that actually make their kids turn it in, do it, go ahead and do it, correct it, or do whatever you're doing, and then relax and be done. Feel that time. That's what it's like to own your time and never give it away for free, ever. Amina says, I'm working right now from home. All right. No 20% cut. Have they cut your pay, Amina? Joe Wu says, I wanted to thank you, LJ, because I am starting to get into UI. All right. It's looking very promising. That's where it's going. That's where it's going. Everything's going into the cloud right now. Look at Amazon's position right now, because they're in the cloud. Let me tell you guys something right now. There is no better than place in the world, in the United States, than Jeff Bezos right now. He is at the top, the pinnacle of the ultimate position on the board in the United States. Jeff Bezos. They already said he got to $1 trillion. How fast do you think he's going to get to 2 or 3? You guys don't even understand. This is going 18 months. He is in the best position in the United States of America. Those of you that are at 0 right now, figure out how you can do the same. Jeff Bezos is not an alien. He didn't do anything special. Don't look at him. Just stop looking at his money and look at him. He's not an alien, right? Right? No, he sleeps, wakes up. He's got a house. He drives a car. He uses the bathroom. He's nobody. He's just Jeff Bezos. Right now, if you can take whatever you do online, take it online, because that's where everybody's going. Businesses are going to have people work from home. You guys that are in healthcare, obesity is about to go through the freaking roof. You guys don't even get it. It's going to be worse than ever. When the majority of people are working from home, you think they're going to the gym? Hell no, they're going to be eating more. They're not even walking to the car, walking to the office, up the stairs. That at least gave them a little bit of exercise. Now they don't even have to get dressed. Online, you better something. That's the next multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar business. What's going on, Dave Sincere? That's all right. You made it. Dave Sincere says, the sad part is there will be people who will go back to those establishments out of ignorance or naivety. But that's how it must be, Dave. It got to be that way. Limit for Life says, my kids are online for 4 hours and the homework be done by 3. See what I'm saying? And those kids, they will be ready when this time is over. Can you imagine if you're making sure to teach your kids through this whole event, this whole time? You know how far advanced your kids are going to be than other kids? They're going to be so far ahead, so far ahead. I mean, it's the same rate, no 20% cut. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm not sure what you in, but I want you to think about it this way. With millions out of work, how long do you think your job is going to last? If it's not tied to the government, it's probably not going to last long. But I'm saying with millions out of work, that means people are going to stop buying stuff. And I don't know if your business you're in that has to do with people buying stuff all the time. I'm not sure. Dave Sincere says, I was talking to my mentor in New York last night. She said how some people aren't taking it serious. A month ago, her best friend was invited to a monthly card party they usually would have. My mentor's monthly card party they usually would have. My mentor decided to go. 2 weeks later, everyone at the party was sick and diagnosed. Oh my goodness, coronavirus, 4 people in a coma, 1 passed out. See what I'm saying? That kind of stuff just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Just like they opened the beach, all those people. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get more money in Florida. I have no idea. It just doesn't make sense to me. Jared says many people are confused because they now have time. People swarmed the beach in Florida when the quarantine was lifted. For a few hours, the world has literally changed. It's changed forever. If you get to zero at the starting line, I promise you, you'll change with it. Right now is the most definite, crucial time for you to get to zero. Right now. But first, you got to know you're not there today. You have to believe that you're not at zero today. Until you believe that, you're going to do the same thing in the new economy when the whole economy has changed forever. It's never going back to the way it was before, ever. If you own property right now, you're about to lose. If you own real estate right now, you are about to lose major. Big time lose, big time loss. It's coming. It's inevitable. I see it. It's coming. But understand this. Next time, own it. You own it, you never lose. You never lose. You just ride it out. Oh, okay. Well, it's down right now. How long is it gonna be down? 2 years? All right, cool. I sit on the house for 2 years. You can do that when you're not making no payments. You're just paying the taxes on it. And if you create a successful business, guess what? You never legally pay taxes again. Your customers do. They pay your taxes for you. Josh 2003 says that makes sense, LJ, about having proof of a vaccine if one ever comes. The schools and daycares issue is that how many daycares will last 18 months? Not many. If you ever thought, listen, okay, Jaws 2003 brought up something very good. If you've ever thought about opening a daycare, right now is the time to start planning it. Why? Because a lot of daycares is about to go out of business. You know why? Because they were in debt. Right now, if you have no debt and you ever dreamed about creating a daycare center, right now is the time to prepare because there's going to be a lot that's going to go out of business. They will not last 18 months and they will be selling very, very cheap right now. Prepare yourself. And imagine how many employees. You will never be without employees ever. There will be millions out of work that will be happy if they qualify, of course, to take a job at your daycare. You will never run out of employees. I promise you, ever. How do I know this? There's a line, there's a waiting list for food deliverers. That's how I know. There's a waiting list. There's a waiting list to drive to deliver food. There's a waiting list for Uber drivers. There's a waiting list. It will be the same with your daycare. Dave Sincere said, oh, okay, I already read that. All right. Limit for Life says Amari the video. Oh, okay, you talking to somebody else. Dave Bourne says, yeah, Dave, sincere people here aren't taking it serious, but real up here in New York. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People just I don't get it. Gabriel says, I want to know what's going to happen after 18 months. Now, I don't know that. I can't see that far, Gabriel. I only see, like right now, Gabriel, it's really no need to look that far. You really don't want to even look that far. Just look. All you need to care about right now is the only time you should ever worry or think about, because now is always going to be now. It's never going to change ever. Don't worry about what's going to happen right now. Okay, this is what I see. Stimulus money is about to run out. What's going to happen if the stimulus money runs out? There's going to be crime because people are not going to starve. So what are they going to do? Oh, wow. Whoa, $2,000 a month. Oh, just like Canada. Okay. All right. I figured they had to do something. All right. That'll give them more time. That'll keep people calm for the next few months until they get to about November and December. And then magically, maybe a vaccine will come around. I don't know. But still, even if it came out in December, you got to get it around worldwide. And then there's new rules and then there's new regulations. It's going to go past 18 months, right? Dave Bourne says, during this show right now, got the call. One worker just passed at 2 p.m. Cops went to his house and found him dead. One is in the ER for 2 weeks and two just came out of the ER. Others lost both their parents. See what I'm saying? This is this seems very serious to me. I hear that and I'm listening to it. I see it on the news. It's like, why would I ever go to the beach? Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. I don't care how bored I am. If I go to the beach, I could die. I'll be bored. I'll just stay bored, I guess. I don't know. Get on the internet. I don't know. But I wouldn't go to the beach. But how I feel about it, I mean, this is just me, you know. I'll never know when I'm dead. So I'm not going to be scared about it, but I'm not going to do stupid things, but I don't really worry about it because I'll never know if I'm dead. I'll be dead. And I won't even know that the coronavirus killed me. I won't know if I got shot. I won't know if I got crashed in a plane crash. I won't know any of that because I'll be dead. Why worry about something that I'll never know that comes? I will never know it. But that's just my view, okay? But also, I wouldn't go to the beach. I'm not crazy. I'm like, hey, there's a killer virus. Oh, I believe it. How do I know this? People are dying. Go to a crowd? No, I'm not doing that. I don't care if the governor opens the beaches. I don't care. Limit for Life says, me and my wife now let my daughter Amari make a monthly budget. So far, we have saved $50 this month. See, teaching them right now. Their daughter's going to be a millionaire. She's never going to know what it's like to be in debt. She's never going to be in a crowd of people talking about, oh man, everybody has student loans. Oh, those are called forever loans. Oh, that's okay to do. She'll never be talking like that. She'll never be around those type of people. You can't, let me tell you guys something. When you're not in debt, you cannot be around people that talk about debt. They talk about debt, and then all of a sudden they get the stimulus check, and then you turn to them, hey, what are you going to do with that money? I'm going to buy me a cell phone or a TV. That's why you're in debt. And then they go home, then they're watching a brand new TV talking about debt, talking on their brand new finance cell phone, talking to another person in debt, complaining about debt on their brand new iPhone 11 Pro. It doesn't make any sense. Joe Wu says, I live in Toronto and people are dropping like flies over here. Majority viruses in our city. And what you guys need to do, you guys need to unplug from that. Stop worrying about all the people. Stop looking up how many people are dying per day and week and this and that. And because you don't really know everything. You don't know if they all died strictly from the virus. Maybe what contributed to something. I don't know. We don't know the facts, but your mind, believe me, when you fear and worry weaken your immune system. I promise you that. Now, people don't believe it because that's something you cannot see, but I always like to give people examples like this. Say like you got a bad headache, right? You don't want to eat nothing. You barely want to drink water, right? Even though you're really hungry. You haven't ate. You could go over like all day, maybe the next day if that headache was, going on for 2 days. You wouldn't care about not eating, barely drinking, right? But as soon as that headache goes away, then everything comes back to normal. Why is that? What happened? You were still literally hungry. What happened? Your brain changed it. This is the same thing. If you worry and fear, your body, your brain can't see. Ain't got no eyeballs. It just go by what you're thinking, and then it just believes, and then it makes your body believe it. When you can stop and sit back and say, okay, wait a minute. What's happening right now? Do I have a house? Yeah. Can I turn on the heat? Yeah. Can I turn on the TV? Yeah. Do I got internet? Sure do. Can I drive my car? Yeah. Then nothing's wrong at this moment. Why are you tricking your body to say that something is when it's not? Dave Bourne says one was really close to me. Talk to you all later. Okay, see you later, Dave. Jaws 2003 says, I've seen from other YouTubers that there are more predatory and desperate people coming out right now. People that beg for cash, stay in your face, and robbing people for food. Yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. If you're a person right now, let me tell you guys something. If you're a person right now pretending that you have money, like you have a nice car, you're still wearing flashy stuff and this and that, people are getting desperate. Are you looking? People are getting really desperate. They're getting desperate. You can't see that? Millions are out of work. People are getting desperate. And that's millions of people that believe they need money right now. When they don't even need money right now, but they believe they need it, and that's all that's needed. You better calm that down. You better calm it down. You better calm it down. Sell all your toys right now. Sell them. Sell them. You better blend in. You better blend in. Zeus says the facts are screwed. Jared says starting at zero is the best. You're right, LJ. Just because business can reopen, there's still no trust and a lot of fear since there's no cure. This will level the playing field. Yes, it's still there. People think if they open their business, things are going to go back to normal. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. Again, I look at the bigger picture. Okay, I can't help it. There is no looking. I don't think about money individually no more. I only think about money collectively now. Only. Even if they decide that first of all, they got to tell people dates that they're going to reopen. Oh, it's going to open in April. It's going to open in May. It's going to get pushed to June. You can't tell the mass majority it's going to be 18 months. That would be a very big problem. And then if they decide to reopen without a vaccine, half the people are not going to return. They're going to be like, wait a minute, what about the cure? And then they can say, see, we tried to reopen the whole economy. Nobody trusted. So we really need to get this vaccine. Yes, it's all part of the plan, whatever. I'm not against the plan. Okay, cool. I get it. All right. That's what got to happen. Okay. Make them feel good. See, this is what happened. We reopened and nobody trusted anything. So, we got to get the cure. Okay. I get it. I get why you guys are doing that. All right. Reopen the beaches. Hey, let's see if they take it serious. No, they're still not. Okay. Whatever. It would have been let me tell you guys something. It would have been a very different scenario had they opened the beaches and nobody went. That would have been a whole different scenario. I promise you. That would have been very different. Open the beaches, people come out. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys still don't get it. Still don't get it. Can you imagine? Listen, he only opened it from 5 to 8 or something, just 3 hours. Shortening the hours make people even come more because they only got 3 hours to get to the sun and the beach. That beach is going to be crowded. You're going to prevent it's open and it's no limit. They didn't even say a limit. They just said, hey, it's just open for 3 hours. What? You know how crowded that's going to be? Ooh wee. People are going to be out there and people are going to be out and doing the video pranks and doing all this other stuff amongst this floating virus. You watch, you mark my words. Mark my words. Mm, mm, mm. Zeus says, never flaunt your wealth. Quick way to get robbed. Never. There's, and Zeus, there is no need to do that. There is no need. Once you get out of debt and you realize money has not, once I got out of debt and I realized money had never been real for me for the first 40 years of my life, that's the very reason why I was chasing it, because I was running from debt. All I had to do was stop and turn around and say, oh my God, debt, was that you chasing me the whole time? He gonna go, yeah, that was me. You never turned around for 40 years. So I just kept on doing it. I'd be like, damn. All right, you got me, Dad. You got me. All right, cool. It's funny stuff, but you're out of here, buddy. All right, man. I'll just move on to the next one. That's what he tells me. Okay, I got millions to choose from. You were just one. All right, see you later, buddy. All right, high five you. Gray man method. I'm not sure what that means. Joe Wu says, I find it funny how everyone judges third world countries just because they're in Western world, and as soon as things go left, everyone's going crazy. Right. Now how they feel about those third worlders growing their own food and stuff. I wonder how they feel about them now. Now there's people out there. First you got to have some property to even think about growing your own food. All those people in those housing communities where they pack in about 50,000 houses on a lot, they have no yard. You have no yard to grow any food. None. No room. You can't even think about it. Oh, that would be nice if I had some property. Yeah, it would be nice, but you don't, so it doesn't matter. What's good, Nicer? Now, if you have any question, maybe you just want to talk about what's going on with you right now, maybe you just want some advice from me, just to say, hey, man, what should I do in this situation? I can tell you. I promise you. I'll have an answer for you. Tell me the situation, and I'll tell you exactly what to do. And I'll tell you mathematically. I'll give you the exact mathematical answer, but all you got to do now, you're going to have to leave believing it, though. That's going to be the tough part. Joe Wu says, I'm getting into growing tomatoes. Let me tell you, when food supplies are getting short, everything matters. You know what? I don't think, and this is my analogy, okay? I'm just telling you guys what I see. I don't believe there's going to be a food shortage for a very long time. You know why? Because all the businesses that required food are no longer doing business. So what are they doing with all that food? No restaurants are ordering food. Why would they? They have no customers coming in. I mean, they're probably doing food delivery, but that doesn't compare to having a full restaurant. Okay. So they're not ordering as much food. So there's plenty of food for everybody else, right? It's not going to be a food shortage for a very long time. The food banks right now, if you let go of your pride, the food banks got to be overloaded right now. They have to be. Even though somebody's going out of business, a restaurant or something, you got to be pretty heartless to actually throw away your food because you're mad. You got to be heartless. You got to be like, to say, oh man, I don't care. I'm gonna lose my business. I'm gonna throw away the food. That's got to be heartless. You know what I'm saying? You got to, hey, okay, cool. It ain't gonna make it. Let me just donate this food or give it to somebody to help somebody else. Food banks should be overwhelmed right now, but you think people are going for that? Nah, man, my pride's too big for a food bank. I was going to food banks last year, 2 years. You think I'm turning down free food? I don't get online and tell people I was going to the food bank, but it was a choice, and not because I had to. It was a choice. I was like, hey, okay, cool. I qualify to go to food bank. Sure do. All right, let's go. HM, Brother Linnell, you helped me pay off my student loan. My rent paid in advance for 5 months, and my bill paid 5 months in advance. I am ahead of the game. You are way ahead of the game. Man, you sit back and relax. People don't even understand, H&M. This is what I want you to share with your friends, so people that may not know what you're doing. Help them feel what it feels like to not worry about these due dates in your head for 5 months. Because people keep track of many, many due dates in your head. When you pay things in advance, you have no due dates to keep track of. Your mind is free. Joe Wu says, I heard they're throwing away food now. I bet you they are. I get it. They're just angry. People are angry. And I get it. I get why they're angry. I get it. But if they stop and think, things might turn around if they just donate the food. It's not always bad. Some changes are good, but some people just refuse to accept it. Some people might have been in a business and they was just so overwhelmed in debt and they didn't know how to get out of it. They just said, screw it. I'm gonna just stay here until they kick me out, whatever, right? They don't realize that they're free. Take all that business and cooking knowledge that they had in their restaurant, put it online. Their skills don't go away. Just put it on camera. You know how many people right now in quarantine are learning how they must learn how to cook for themselves? They can't keep taking takeout. They're going to run out of money if they do that. So they have to learn how to cook. Who are they going to learn from? The pros. And right now, don't worry about making money. That's the last thing. Nobody has no money. There's millions of unemployed. Worry about helping people right now. Worry about helping them. Once you help them and this thing turns around, they will always remember who helped them. And they will spend with you. You know why? Because they trust you. There's nothing like giving your money, no matter what their cost is, knowing that if you give this certain amount of money to this person, you're going to get whatever you get, 100% quality and with no question. That's money in the bank. Give somebody knowing you're going to get exactly 100% of the service that you're requesting, you're giving your hard-earned money to, and without question. Hey, that's money in the bank. Go ahead and let everybody go after people for money. Let them be hungry. You do the exact opposite right now, because right now is not the time. Right now is the time to help people. Help them with knowledge. Help them help themselves. You help them help themselves. That is money in the bank. Welcome to the new economy. You will be rich until you're dead and through generations. What I teach is generational. It doesn't just stop with you. It's not like you're going to get out of debt and you're not going to show your kids how to do it. That's never going to happen. It will improve your relationships. Who you're going to have a relationship with. You'll never, once you get out of debt, you'll never date somebody that's in debt and don't care about being in debt. I promise you, you will never, ever take somebody serious that's in debt. I promise you. You will waste. You won't wear. Divorce will be cut down because you'll never marry anybody like that. That will never happen. So you know how they say 50% of marriages end because of money? That will never happen to you because you'll never marry somebody in debt. Hyphy says restaurants and schools are the biggest consumers of food. Farmers are reporting 70% less food sales, which is why they're discarding much of their harvest. Look at look at them just throwing away food. Throwing away. I'm not saying all of them are doing it. I'm sure some are donating. Okay. Not all are heartless like that, but it really don't matter. I guarantee you food banks are packed. Just people's prides are too big to go down to the food bank. Oh man, I ain't going to no damn food bank. That's for broke people. That's what you think. Nicer says, I've been using local food shelf twice now. They even delivered the food to me. Look at that. I don't even know if they have food banks here in South Carolina, but I need to find out. I need to find out. Do they have food banks here in South Carolina? I need to find those out. You better believe I'll be right there in line. I won't care who sees me. Hey, LJ, is that you? I'll be like, yep, that's me. Yep, that's me on YouTube. Savings minus debt. Yeah, that's me. I'm in the food bank line. That's me. You want a picture? Jared J says, you're right. LJ, debt is a deal breaker for relationships, especially when your finances are in order, but the person you're dating is not. Yeah, you'll never take that person serious ever. You'd be like, hey, you got student loans? Yeah. When you plan on paying them off? Oh, no, I'm going to have them forever. You'd be like, nah, I can't get with you. Why not? You're in debt. You just told me that you're going to be paying on your student loans for the rest of your life. Who you think's going to have to take up that slack because your money's going to student loans? Me. Then I'm not marrying you doing that. You got student loans. I'm not doing that. Joe Wu says, LJ, senior services help people who aren't in debt. LJ, senior services help people who aren't in debt. Senior services help people. What do you mean by that, Joe? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Nicer says, if I remember correctly, Cosmic Wisdom said a while back, your network is your net worth. You're right. People will remember the real ones. They will always remember the real ones. You're right, Nicer. You can't fool people like us. You can't. There's no trick. When you get out of debt, I promise you, you guys that are listening to my channel, if you're new, once you get out of debt, I promise you, nobody will ever, ever, ever be able to financially fool you again, ever. Nothing they say will ever make financial sense. Nothing. Because if you go up to somebody, I always use student loans because the majority of people got them, and then you ask them how long they've had them, and then when they tell you 10, 15 years, you turn to them and say, why? Why? 15 years? Yeah. You haven't made $50,000 in 15 years? Well, yeah, I have. Then why do you have your student loans? They will never have an answer for you, ever. You never, ever would ever take financial advice from anybody like that, no matter what you see. Oh, Joe Wu says, LJ, can your services help people who aren't in debt? Yes, for sure. I'm glad. That's a good question, Joe. That's a good question. Yes. I would for example, Joe, I keep telling you that you're ahead of millions because you're not in debt, but I can tell by the way you talk to me, you don't really feel that you're ahead of anybody because you don't have anything, right? You just feel like that. Oh my God, I don't have anything. And you see everybody that have stuff. You don't really realize that the stuff that you see is not theirs. They're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt below zero, and you're at zero. So there's things right now that I can help you see that you can't see until one day you won't need me no more. I will teach you in a way to where you don't need me anymore. I'll say, see what happens when the stimulus money runs out? It happens because they think they have money, but they really don't. So they just spend it like they're excited about it because they've never seen that much money, and then they'll spend it and blah, blah, blah. So because they're doing that, this is going to happen because they're doing that. That's all. And then once you see how I connect all the dots, you'll just take off from there and be like, oh, okay, cool. How do I invest? Like, for example, say like maybe you want to invest in the stock market right now for some odd reason, right? I don't know anything about the stock market, but you know what I would do? I would go pick somebody that does. How do I do this? I'll ask to see, hey, you know about the stock market? They'll say, yes. I'll say, before I do business with you, I want to see your personal credit report first, all three of them. They probably say, why you want to see that? I want to see if you're in debt. If you're in debt, I'm not listening to you. Hey, I need my taxes done. Yeah, I'm good at taxes. Okay, let me see your personal credit report. Why you want to see that? I want to see if you're in debt, because if you're in debt, you have no idea how taxes work. How do you know that? You're in debt. If you're in debt, if somebody's doing your taxes right now and they're deep in debt, I promise you, they're missing a whole big part of the equation. You cannot be in debt to understand how taxes really work. And if you're in debt and you do people's taxes and you don't believe that, whatever, it doesn't matter what you believe. Doesn't matter. My math will always be right. So it really doesn't matter how you feel about it. How you feel about what I'm saying is irrelevant. Math doesn't care about people's feelings. 1 + 1 will always equal 2, no matter how you feel about it. If somebody walked up to you and said, hey man, I feel really bad about 5 + 5 equaling 10, man, that's messed up. You would look at that person like they're crazy. You'd be like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? It's just 10. Exactly. When it comes to your money, that's exactly how you should feel. It's 10. It's 2. Gabriel says, yeah, there's enough money for everybody. Yeah, but only for people that's not in debt. Money's not real for people not in debt. Like when you see, Gabriel, when you see somebody holding cash in their hand, they're in debt, that cash is not there in their hand. They just believe it's in their hand. So that money that you see that they're holding, it's not real. Gabriel says, LJ, have you heard of OnlyFans? If so, what's your thought? I've never heard of OnlyFans. What's that? What is OnlyFans? Don't forget to hit that super chat. If you guys feel like it, no pressure. Many people don't know I got super chat yet, but I always announce that. Here is my Cash App. Follow me on Facebook. You can share with your friends and family. Just say, hey, Google hashtag SavingsMinusDebt. I'll be the only one that populates in that Google search. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Oh, we're gone 2 hours. Thank you. Nicer. Hit that like button and subscribe button. Jared J says many people haven't gotten their refunds. The IRS isn't picking up the phone. This is why saving is important. Well, if you're calling worried about that check, you're in debt. If you're upset or wondering why you haven't gotten your check yet, this is what I want you to do. And I'm going to tell you why you're upset. I'm going to tell you why you're checking your bank account, calling the IRS. Let me tell you why you're doing that, okay? I want you to take the time when we get off this, when this show is over, I want you to get off the phone. Get off this broadcast. And then I want you to log into your accounts, Karma, Credit Karma, Experian.com, and get your total debt. Okay, you don't even have to add it up. It's usually right at the top of the screen. Just go on Credit Karma. Just go on Credit Karma, log in, get your account, log in. You'll see the total debt at the top. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to go $1,200 minus your total debt equals how much money you have in real life. If that's a large negative number, that's why you're calling the IRS. That's why you're checking your bank account, because you're in debt. That money that you're about to get is not even real. That's why you're hunting for it, because you have no money. That's why you're checking. That's why people are getting on Facebook talking about, hey, man, I got my check. Have you just refresh your account? Make sure you check at 1201. Those are all people in debt. What's $1,200 going to do? Nothing. It's not even real. I just showed you that your check is probably not even real. 1,200 minus your total debt equals how much money you really have in real life. If that's a large negative number, that $1,200 that's coming to your account is imaginary. It doesn't even exist. But if you believe it exists, whatever. All you got to do is punch these. Hey, do this. Punch these numbers in your calculator, okay? Go to Credit Karma, get your total debt number. Then this is what I want you to do in your own calculator with your own finger. $1,200 minus whatever your total debt number equal. Okay, that's going to be a large negative number. Now you got to ask yourself, am I going to believe mathematics? Am I going to believe it or not? Mathematics, or if you were holding that check in your hand, you're lying eyes because it's not in your hand. Even if you cash it, it's still not there. Even if you turn a paper check into cash, the cash is still not there. The math doesn't change. If you change it from paper check to cash, I want you to do this. Add up the number 1,200 minus your total debt while it's in cash, while it's in check form, right? While it's in check form, right? Before you cash it, do it in your calculator. And then I want you to go to the bank and cash it and get out $1,200 and do the same mathematics. Tell me if it's the same number. Even though you changed it from check to cash, does the math change on your calculator? No, then that means it's not real. NC Big says, I'm still feeling stuck right now because I have to wait on this chapter 7. You have no choice to wait, NC Biggs. You have no choice. The economy is shifting. You have no choice. But you're waiting choices for a reason. You got to play by the rules. Okay. Hey, don't Don't rush anything. Ain't nothing happening. There's nothing happening anyway. So the whole country is stuck. You're feeling a different kind of stuck. Your stuck is different than the majority of the country stuck. Dave Sincere says OnlyFans is an exclusive pay-only site used by porn stars, IG celebrities, and online prostitutes to show pics, video, fans who pay it. It's a Patreon for famous exit. Oh, that's brilliant. Wow, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Congratulations, OnlyFans. Congratulations. Because strip clubs, stuff like that, they're out. They're just like the gyms, if not even closed down forever. They're not coming back. Especially with a killer virus floating around, strip clubs are done. 2003 says OnlyFans is a site where women sell nude pics, sell them, damn, videos, and sometimes sex scenes, and people pay a monthly membership to the person. Since the virus, they have been more people doing it. Wow. Those people are smart. They're absolutely brilliant. People are going to be paying for that. That was brilliant. Wow. Never heard of that though, because I personally I couldn't pay for stuff like that. I remember one time when I turned 18, living in Seattle, Washington, right? Turned 18, I wanted to go to a strip club so bad. Went into the strip club, sat down, waited for a song to happen. And I picked a Prince song because back then Prince songs were really long. And then I sat down and picked a Prince song, got a dance, and they shortened the song. And I said, she was like, okay, that's $20. I was like, what? I said, hell no, I'm never coming back to a strip club. That was the fastest. You know how hard I worked for that 20 and I gave it up in like 2 minutes? No, I would never do that again. Dave Sincere says celebrities are going to start their OnlyFans page soon as another stream of income. Yeah. If I was them, I would do it. I would do it. What you guys don't understand is that you guys can do it too. Not only just because they're celebrities, don't think they have the advantage. I mean, they're ahead of you. Don't get me wrong, but you can do it too. All you got to do is find something that people are interested in. Find your passion. Find your passion and you'll see. Jared says a lot of gym equipment is going on sale right now on Craigslist. Oh, there's going to be a ton, especially when the gyms start selling their stuff. You guys already saw that Gold's Gym shutting down like 30 of them. I keep calling this stuff. I don't know why people don't believe me. Gyms are being closed. Planet Fitness, they're not coming back. 24-hour fitness, nope. LA Fitness, no. If you're a fitness trainer, good luck. You better get online right now. I'm telling you, give up that you're mad because you ain't going to be having physical clients anymore. Get over that. Get over that. Get online right now. While other people are still mad because they can't believe they're going to lose their gym business or whatever. Don't worry about that. Accept it that it's going to change. Get online right now. Hell, use your studio. Set up some cameras. If you own a gym right now, start setting up some cameras and doing some workouts in that damn gym right now. Wow, they take 20%. Whew. Nicer says, I hope none of y'all fellas paying for that. Trust me, they're making money. There's plenty of fellas paying for that, Nicer. Sorry. Jared says, when doves cry was shortened to doves cry. Sure was, Brand. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm picking that. So, oh, yeah, Prince is like 5 minutes, right? I was like, that's the one. Then all of a sudden it was cut short. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Sorry. So whenever me and my friends go to Vegas, they're like, hey, man, we about to hit the strip club. I said, see ya. I ain't going there. Why not? I don't want to. I'm jealous of the strippers. Straight up, man. Straight up like this. When I found out my money got taken that fast, you know, people try to talk about strippers. I don't care what you talk about. I don't care what you say about them. If they can get that much money in a short amount of time like this, I'm jealous. I was jealous of them. I got my $20 taken in like 2 minutes. Where are you going to make $20 in 2 minutes? And that was way back in the day. That was when I was 18. Never been back since. Nothing against them. If they can get on the OnlyFans and start selling it and they don't have to even touch anybody. Listen, you guys, they don't even have to deal with anybody. They don't even have to touch anybody. That is some serious money right there. Serious money. Prostitution is illegal, but hey, since you're not touching anybody, I guess it's okay. You guys don't even get it. The whole world is changing now. Once the strippers and all or whatever know what they can do and how much money they can make online, why would they go backwards into dealing with people individually? Why would they ever do that? That would make absolutely no sense to deal with somebody one-on-one. When they can put up a picture and a video and make millions off of one video, you think they're going to waste their time to deal with one person? Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah, who wouldn't be jealous? All right, you guys, I've been talking for 2 hours, man. I put the link in there a few times. In there one more time. If not, we're going to go ahead and cut it off here. I hope this was entertaining. I hope this was educational. Hope you guys learned a lot. Join us on the Discord server, where I'm taking some suggestions for topics, and if we can all vote on it. I really want to vote on a topic and do what you guys, the majority, are wanting to see, right? Because I can be just talking about my random stuff all the time, man. I just need some feedback. Because there's people are going through a lot of emotional changes right now, freaking out, terrified over money. They're gonna lose their house, car, blah, blah, blah. When you really don't have to worry about none of that right now, because nobody's car repossessions is not considered essential. I didn't hear that from the president. Did he say car repossessions are essential? You ain't got to worry about your car being repossessed at least a year minimum. Car repossession lots were full before the pandemic. They ain't got no room for your car. They're not picking that up for at least a year. Okay, at least a year. At least a year. Josh 2003 says, I always thought the strip club was a sham. You pay a woman to dance on you and get excited and leave, then leave. I did go into one, and the woman said I look too educated to be here. You know what? I don't think it's a sham. I think it's a wonderful business to make a lot of money, and you don't have to do nothing with nobody. Whatever. It ain't hurting anybody. Nice says, okay, Gabriel, changing the subject. that you're real funny. Okay. Gabriel says banks are stealing the stimulus checks. What do you mean by that, Gabriel? What do you mean banks are rich? Why do you think they're stealing people's money? Tell me, why would they got billions and trillions? Why do you think they're stealing this? Whose stimulus check do you think they're taking? Whose $1,200 you think these trillionaires are taking? Tell me that, Gabriel. Yeah, I got $5,1,200. I got $5,2,400. Jared says, I like those debt breakdown videos. You were debunk the people's philosophy on how money works. Yeah, you know what? I guess you can say it's like that, I guess. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's just mathematics. It is a breakdown saying, hey, that's wrong. I do like that. And if you guys check this out, if you guys can find a really good video, join the Discord server. Hyphy put it in there. Join the Discord server and send us the links inside of the Discord server. And then we'll vote on which video you guys want me to debunk or whatever, talk about the next time. We'll just do that. Gabriel says that's what is being reported in the news. No, they're not. They're not stealing nobody's money. Well, bankers that probably work at the banks, they're probably in debt, but they're not stealing. They have trillions of dollars. They're not stealing anybody's stimulus check. Okay, that's not true. What you're probably hearing, Gabriel, is like people like to get cash advances on their tax, right? They'll get cash advance. What that means is that they bring their last. They don't really wait till their W-4 comes in, or W-2. Is it W-2 or W-4? W-2. They don't wait for their W-2 to come in, right? And so they bring their last check to the tax preparer, and then the tax preparer bases their income tax return on the last check, right? And so the tax preparer will write them a check for the money now, and then their original check that's going to come from the IRS gets auto deposited into their account. So what happened was, since the IRS, they sends out the checks, well, they send it back to the last place where they sent the previous check to. They just put it right back in the same bank account. Wherever it was filed to before, they send it again. So now people are upset that the company got their check, but in reality, the IRS just sent it to the last place that they sent the last one. Those are people getting cash advances. You know who those are? Those are people in debt. People in debt go get cash advances against their taxes. Know why they're doing it? Because they're in debt. They need the money now. They're in debt. That's why they're doing it. Or they would just wait. They would just do their taxes and say, oh, okay, I get a check. And then they would sign and whatever. And then they would not think about it again until they see the deposit in their account. All right, you guys. If you guys got anything to say now, say it now. Because I'm going to go ahead and end this live. And then I will see you guys tomorrow on Q&A Sundays. And if you guys want to get back on tonight, the Discord server, Hyphy posted it in the comments. Do a scroll, or you can look into the description of the video. You'll find a link there too. I guess, but until next time, let me double check over here just to make sure. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Join the Discord server, like I said, so we can do, maybe we can even talk about it tomorrow if you want, if you find a good one. All right, because I'm sure there's a lot of financial videos coming out right now that's going to try to steer you to invest into something or get your credit good. Because before I leave, this is what I meant to say. I'm starting to see, now pay attention to this. I want you guys in this room right now before I get off. Pay close attention to how many celebrities are promoting credit fixers. Have you noticed that? So far, I've seen Beyonce's mom. I've seen, who else have I seen? God, there was another celebrity. A few celebrities. Just look for all the celebrities that are trying to push credit fixing your credit. You ever wonder why that is? Why is that? Well, why do they want that? It's a business. They're trying to get some of that stimulus money. You don't need your credit fixed right now. You need to get out of debt. Credit's not going to do anything for you right now. There's going to be a housing market crash. They're already tightening up the housing mortgage requirements, and really they're really not tightening up anything. You know what they're doing? That's just regular conventional loan requirements. It's really nothing special. But anyway, we're gonna get on out of here. Thank you, Nicer. See you guys tomorrow. I will let you guys know. I usually give a 2-hour advance of what the starting time of the show. So until then, see you guys later.